So, John, first up, just tell us more about what the president said.
Well, the president told an American network civilians have been killed in Gaza as a consequence of those bombs and other ways in which they go after population centers. He said, I made it clear that if they go into Rafah, they haven't gone into Rafah yet. If they go into Rafah, I'm not supplying the weapons that have been used historically to deal with Rafah, to deal with the cities, to deal with that problem. In other words, the president is saying he doesn't want to have any part in supplying the weapons that go into Rafah. And he's urged Israel, he's urged Benjamin Netanyahu not to go into Rafah. The Israeli army is going in any way it appears. And the U.S. president appears to be finally drawing a line at some point. Now, he's under a lot of pressure. If you look around me, you can see why. Across the U.S., there have been these protests, and even Democrats, especially Democrats, have been pressuring the president to draw the line somewhere and to pressure Israel into a ceasefire. And this seems to be his first direct act, the first time President Biden has actually pushed back and said no.
So, John, tell us more about what's happening behind you there. Biden's due to speak shortly, of course, and we've had protests going on.
Sure thing. President Biden is at a fundraiser. It's very near me. If the camera were to turn just to the right, that hotel is where the fundraiser is being held. That's the Palmer Hotel. And it is rush hour in Chicago. And as you can see, traffic on State Street, a famous street here in town, is stopped dead while these protesters stop movement of traffic. I can tell you, having tried to get here from another part of town, that they've been very successful. So what they're doing here is making a point while President Biden is literally within hearing distance of them. And they're insisting that what he's done is not enough, that it is a first step. What they want is an actual ceasefire. This goes beyond those protests we've seen at universities across the U.S. This is an instance of people in the city, the public, non-students, and students as well, getting together. And as you can see, the police have surrounded them in order to stop traffic, but they're not making arrests. They're allowing them to continue this protest. And it looks like it may go on for some time here.
John, thanks for that. John, we'll be back with you as that event unfolds. Thanks very much indeed, John Hendren there in Chicago.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.